Hi, and welcome to Geek on Tarot. I'm happy to share everything that I like and my passions with you. I decided to create a channel, and as you can see, this is new, where I can talk to you about tarot. I'll also make tarot readings for you, and I also give tarot readings. The link is below, and also I give Reiki, and I have an established business, but I thought I could let you know how I feel about tarot and Reiki in this channel. And so I decided that this channel will be sort of structured this way. I'm going to upload daily the meaning of each card, and as you can see, we're going to start with card 0, the Fool, and then I'm also going to upload readings, as you know, general readings. And you can also always feel free to come see me there. I do Reiki, and I give readings, personal readings on Zoom, or I give you video readings. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this, and I've been thinking about it for a while, and now that it's getting to be summer, although it doesn't feel like it, I could actually concentrate on sharing with you all that I feel about each card that I read, because every tarot reader will sort of read the cards differently, and that is because there is an intuition to the cards. So the first rule is no rule, really. The first rule, and this is why the Fool, I really feel the Fool today, because the first rule is follow your intuition, be your own high priestess when you read the cards. And so I can give you the general meaning, and I will in a moment, of the Fool, upright and reversed. But you have to consider that when you read the card, you have to take into account how you feel in your heart about that card. For example, I'm a tarot reader, and I have a friend of mine who is a tarot reader, but we could be having the same tarots on the table, and she and I would be reading those tarots entirely differently. And I would say, no, this is not how I feel. And it turns out to be true to me, as well as whatever she reads turns out to be true to her. So again, do not discount how you feel about the tarot cards that you read. It is very important, because at the end, it's your own intuition that you're following. Now, I put here several decks. The most common one is the Fool from the Rider-Waite Tarot. And in the Rider-Waite Tarot, the imagery is one of a little kid, essentially an innocent kid wanting to take a leap of faith, almost feels like it's jumping, right, with its bag. There's the sun in the back, it's looking ahead, looking for a fresh start. And indeed, that's an imagery that suggests new beginnings. In fact, you see tarot readers telling you most often that this signifies a new beginning for the seeker, like a rebirth, although there's the Death card that could also mean rebirth, a new phase, a fresh start, being spontaneous, a new leap towards freedom or breaking free, so sometimes it can be felt that way. When taking a chance on somebody also, let me know in the comments if you have other meanings for the Fool, but I've seen it a lot as taking a chance on somebody when I'm reading for somebody that's asking for love, but also freedom. Okay, I do see this card, I do associate this card a lot with freedom, but also the potential for something new. So it might be even a new love, even though the new love can be signified by other cards. But this is more likely for me. When I read this literally as a new beginning. Now, this could also mean, I've seen this, I want to be the devil's advocate here. I've also seen this as, this is a card of innocence, of purity, but also simplicity, inexperience, naive, being naive. So sometimes I've seen this when somebody asks me, how does he feel about me, for example? I've seen this as representing naiveness. So naive naivete, as I think it's the French that say naivete. So being naive. So how does he feel about me? He thinks you're naive. Or what are his thoughts about me? Naive. Oh. And unfortunately, a couple of times it did come true. And the guy actually told her, he says, I think you're a little naive. That hurt. So just be careful when you are interpreting the Fool. The Fool upright is, for the most part, a positive card to have. And in this Rider deck is pretty easy. The Rider deck is probably the most simple tarot deck to interpret. It's pretty easy. It's really a new beginning for the most part. In the Seer Tarot, you see a girl. It's pretty much the same imagery here. You see a girl wanting to jump, taking a leap of faith. However, in these decks, for example, whoops, the Fool is a little bit different. So, the imagery of the Fool really changes a little bit depending on the deck that you're using, right? So let's say, for example, that you're using the Sexual Tarot. This is a new beginning for sure. But is it a new beginning with the person that's asking for? Or is it a new beginning with somebody else? Because, it could be both, but it is a guy that's embarking on a journey, looking almost ahead, almost giving the back here. It's not like this guy. In fact, when I read it with this deck, my client tends to tell me, oh, I just found out he's seeing somebody else. And, so be careful how you read the Fool, and also where in the spread the Fool happens to be. That's also important. In this card, the same thing. This is the Marseille Tarot. It looks like the Fool is embarking on a new journey, sometimes looking back. This guy looks back. So sometimes I've seen this as the person wants a new beginning on his own, but looks back, wonders about you, or wonders if the new beginning could be with you. It's not really so straightforward all the time. This is another type of Fool that looks more like a juggler, almost like a Two of Pentacles. He juggles, looking upright, thinking about what's coming for him in a very this could be also, I've seen it also representing contradictions in new beginning, a false start. That's also something that I've seen in that tarot. Let me know if you read the Gilded Tarot, what has meant for you. I'm reading out of experience also. When the Fool is reversed, I see this most of the times as being impulsive, sometimes being reckless, sometimes making bad decisions, and also sometimes just a missed opportunity. Vanity, when somebody is like a real vain person that has no interest in moving things forward with you, I see the Fool reversed. When somebody doesn't have a lot of personality and follows the crowd, I see the Fool reversed. When someone really doesn't have any hope for the future, I see the Fool reversed. When somebody doesn't want to take responsibilities, I see the Fool reversed. But also, remember, upright is innocence, but in reversed, the Fool Tarot is stupidity sometimes. I've seen that somebody who's being childish with you, somebody who's being, fool, and it's somebody that's being simple, so to speak, or somebody that feels that you're simple, just more than naive. I can accept this as being naive, but it's still in the positive realm. You're naive, but I still love you. But in this case, you're like, oh, you're really like, I'm not even considering you here. So again, the Fool is an interesting card, also because I want to share with you where I found the Fool to be very indicative, some that gave me some indication of where the relationship was going with the I'm just gonna get my tarot deck here, the one where this Fool belongs. So let's say that, for example, I'm gonna move this away here. Let's say that for example, you find the Fool here. Okay, you're doing a Celtic cross. I'm just putting the cards right here, and you're finding the Fool, in other words, as something that is a challenge in the relationship. Okay, in this case, the challenge in the relationship is that the person that you're inquiring about is taking a leap of faith on their own, or is having a new beginning, something that you don't know about, something that has a new hope towards life that might or might not include you, because it's in the challenge position. Same if you read it when it's here. What's the problem? I've seen this card when it's here, also representing the person is going to move, there's a new beginning, there's a new relationship. When is this card good in a Celtic cross? When it's in the immediate future. So if it's in the immediate future, how I read it, I'm sorry, these are the messages from your person, which I'm going to do next. How I read it is that the person will most likely want a new beginning with you. So it really depends. If you're doing a Celtic cross, which is probably what everybody starts doing when they are beginning to read tarot, so because it's, again, it's an easy spread, not for all, but for me it was sort of. When you're doing the Celtic cross, you have to really be careful of where the Fool is positioned, so that you know exactly who is having a new beginning. Is this person having a new beginning with you? Or is this person not having a new beginning with you? For feelings, for feelings, I read the Fool as having a very good card. I feel like for feelings, the person has fresh new feelings for you. The person wants a fresh start, but it's for feelings, I feel like this person feels something more for you, or feels something that they didn't feel for you. So something new, maybe a friend that's turning into a lover, for example. So this is what I have for you about the feelings. I'm sorry, about the Fool and its feelings. I'd be curious to know. I'm always curious to see what other interpretations you have for the Fool. I love to collect as many interpretations for the Fool that you might have. And again, I'm going to upload several videos, and this is going to be sort of my passion for this summer. So stick with me, and I hope to see you soon. And if you need to reach me, my link is below. Thank you so much for listening. And this is Geeky on Tarot. Bye.